And I think that it matters that we ask the Lord really, really good questions. For example, I was praying when we were looking for a pastor for this church for 6 months. I was crying out to the Lord to send us a pastor. And then I'm mowing my grass, and I feel the Spirit of the Lord overshadow me. And he says, you haven't asked me yet. Because he'd been working on me, turning it over in me. And I said, okay, are you asking me to do this? And he said, yes, I am. And I was like, oh, I'm a businessman. I already had my life, what I thought was figured out, like the things that he had spoken to me already. I was like doing the thing. I'm walking in obedience, right? Yes. And here's where we take a left turn, like a hard left. Now, I may drown in that space for a long time before I finally ask the right question of the Lord. So it matters that we get clarifying questions that we ask God. It matters how we communicate. I love how James says, you have not because you ask not. And when you ask amiss. Right? Because the stuff that you're asking about, you're trying to spend it on your own pleasures. All right, now that sounds kind of negative. But I think that he's talking about we're afraid to ask the questions because the questions that we're asking are making us very comfortable with things that we like, rather than asking God the questions about what he wants to do and being in that place of vulnerability where whatever it is that you want, Lord, let heaven come. That's different. How about the ask and keep on asking, knock and keep on knocking? You ever thought about that, thinking, oh, the Lord just wants us over there banging on the door forever? No, I think he's like, try again with that question. You're asking the wrong question. And I've heard the Lord deep in my spirit recently say to us, or say to me, then that's for the church, not just, it's like everybody. He says, please stop focusing on what I'm not doing and pay attention and lean into what I'm actually doing. And those things go hand in hand, so that when we observe the move of the Spirit and what God's doing externally, we can go, okay, all this stuff that I feel like you're supposed to be doing is not happening right now. And I know that this is somehow part of it, but that's not where his focus is. So I can look over and see what God is actually doing and say, okay, how can I be a part of that? What do I need to do to adjust to be a part of that? And I don't know what to do with that. I'll just leave that there for now. And probably he'll come back around and all that comes with you. Am I making sense? Sometimes we get it wrong to get it right. Nothing is ever wasted, right?